can enter the people who are waiting in the waiting room.
So yes.
So good evening, everybody, and we welcome you to the next episode of our Friday Fundamental, where, as usual, we bring experienced and also acclaimed speakers for the benefit of Bombay Management Association. And today's speaker is Dr. R. Vasudevan, Padma Shri Awardee. He is well-known personality, and his philosophy of life, objective of life, is very unique, that life is a journey within, by service and sacrifice. Professor Vasudevan is the professor and dean of Tyagaraja College of Engineering, Madurai. He is a PhD in physical organic chemistry and Padma Shri Awardee in 2018 in the field of science and engineering by the government of India. He has received many other awards like Asian Scientist Award by Asian Scientist Magazine, Kalam Innovation Governance Award in 2018 by Dr. APJ Kalam's Center, Achievers Award by Indian Eye International Human Rights, and Safagiri Tech Icon of India by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi. So, sir, we are honored to have you for our program. Dr. Vasudevan has numerous memberships of different committees, and also he has different research projects and patents associated with to his name, accredited to his name. Two patents which I can definitely mention here is that which was awarded on 13th of January 2006 for the new mix design of waste plastic aggregate bitumen for flexible pavement, and the second is for waste polymer granite blend for block making. And his innovations in the area of easy measurement of density of polymers, novel method to determine the penetration of mastic tiles, polymer coated aggregate for flexible pavement, waste polymer coated roofing sheets, and calcium alinate pad for the cure of diabetic wounds, biodiesel and their purification from local seeds. So, sir, your publications and your social activities have been acclaimed wide and wide. We welcome you to the program, sir, and the topic on which you'll be speaking is a very, very unique topic on the waste plastic management. Sir, we welcome you to the program and we hand it over to you for an exciting session. I am sure the participants of Bombay Management Association will be benefited and enriched with your enormous experience and also exciting deliberation, sir. Welcome to you, sir.
Namaskar, namaskar, sir. Namaskar, Rajesh Sumarla. Namaskar, namaskar. Namaskar. Hari Om. Hari Om.
Hari Om, sir.
It's indeed a great pleasure for me to be associated with the Bombay Management Association. And one thing I really appreciate the Lakshmi group, they were constantly with me for the past 2-3 months, constantly reminding me, remembering so many things. And really good that I was very happy. That shows the interest in arrangement also. There is some sincerity in the arrangement. That's wonderful. That's very, very happy. And more than that, I was very much happy to get your questionnaire. You sent me a questionnaire, and that really made me more happy because we, the people, when you give a lecture, you would like to know who are the audience. So here she has already given an idea about who should be the audience, what should be the nature of the audience, and that has a beautiful questionnaire. I really appreciate the management technique, the process also. Very good, very good. Therefore, normally I used to say managemental technique is always managemental technique is as managemental technique. Then there were questionnaires given, wonderful aspect about the mental technique also. Wonderful, very happy. And I'm going to talk about sustainable road, and which is the by God's grace, the discovery made by us and has been patented, has been implemented throughout the world now. More than in India, more than 2 lakh kilometers have been implemented already there. And my way of talking today will be, because you have given enough time for me to talk. So I'm going to talk on 3 aspects. One aspect is what is our role? We, the human being, as a role is very important. And other thing is, what is plastic? People talk about plastic, sitting in a plastic chair, writing in a using a plastic pen, and wearing a plexiglass, and talking about plastic ban, plastic ban. Therefore, we must know something about the plastic also is very important. And then, so what a wonderful material it is to develop a wonderful road, which stands for about 15 years without pothole. Today, there is a beautiful news in the paper. The general government has instructed NAI group. You see that there is no pothole on highways in another 1 month. Why should it form? And then why do you have a remedy for that? That all those questions I'm going to discuss the process. Therefore, I would like to give a idea. Know about you, know about the plastic, know about the road, and know about the plastic road and where you are. So therefore, that is going to be my way of discussion in the process. Let me start with the first slide. Just I'm trying to move. I always give my pranam to my guru, Srimad Andavan, who is not only spiritual guru for me, is a guru for my scientific development also. So my pranam to him and to my college, which still keeps me in service. I'm 78. I could understand the impression of Rajesh Sharma.
You look very young, sir. God give you a very long life. That's
yes,
our way to God.
By God's blessing. It's a service which, as I told you, service and sacrifice way of life. No, they are still keeping me in service, and they are giving. I used to take classes to my students also. So because I started this research work in 2000, around 2003 I got retired. And then from 2003, now I'm working. Almost all the work is in doing the period of retirement only. That is a great thing. No? That is the one thing which people to understand. What is the time? But there is no time for God fixes, no time for all those things. It is only your passion and work and hardness, hard involvement. That's one. That takes you. I never only do after retirement. I had traveled all over the world. Before that, I didn't even went out beyond Tirupati. Whereas after retirement, I went all over the world, and then I had a lot of, even today, just now I got an invitation from Kathmandu. I don't know whether to go or not, that is something different. But that is the, see, at this age, I have to think twice. That's why even today I asked you, either coming in person, I'm having this lecture here, because I'm old enough to, but I would like to share, I don't want to miss any of the any contact. But physical strain, I don't want to do that. That's how it's going on. But all those things, I credit goes to my management, which is still keeping me in the service, and my great students who are with me for the past 20 years. All those Dr. Chandrasekhar and Dr. Kannan, Dr. Engineer Chandru, all those things, they are with me. They are responsible. If I get a Padma Shri, it is due to them only, not by my work. It is their work for which I got been awarded Padma Shri. Like that's going on. So, a small God's blessing, I had a great chance of meeting our late Abdul Kalam, President of India. He was here in my college. At that time, I just showed my starting point, plastic can be used for road. He just told me, he just told me, Vasudevan, this is a great work. They used to see them also.
We can see, sir.
Are you able to follow me?
Yes. It's very clear, and we can see the picture also.
Yes, sir. So he said, Vasudevan is a great work. And In fact, what he said, one more thing is very important. Vasudevan, what you wear on the forehead is also very good. You don't, I like that also. And you continue to teach the Bhagavad Gita to my students also. That was a great blessing I received from our late President Abdul Kalam. And then in 2015, Jagai Khan by our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi. And as you already told me, 2018, Mewar Award, King Mewar Award is going on. And it's all because of media, which has taken the whole message to the public and to the world. Therefore, it's very important that Thanksgiving is the most important. Normally, I used to say, what is a prayer we do? What is prayer you call? Prayer is nothing but going to the Lord and saying thanks for all the things given to us. So like that, I say, this is a prayer I'm just giving. And thanks to all the people who have helped me to come to this level. And I've been given the university, the D.Y. Patel University as a D.Lit. And I asked them, what made you to give this D.Lit to me? I'm nowhere worth of that, I told them. He said, no, you were 25 years of service to the country. That was accorded by all the experts who have been nominated for that. So that is how things are going on. It's all God blessing. But these are my patents, which for road patents for plaster, and the IRC coding, which I got for the road in 2013. And we have the third pattern also now for the another development you have made. And I start with the theme of life. Now, what is life? Life is man, universe, absolute. World is made up of 84 lakhs living beings. Only one is man. 83 lakhs 99,999 living beings are there. Man is an ambassador. And the governing is done by the absolute. If you have this concept in your mind, definitely all our every movement in our life will be supervised, will be invigilated by our absolute, and we'll be doing our work effectively. Therefore, a combination of all the three is very important. And today is my work, as I already told you. Who am I? What do you mean by ambassador? Who am I? I must understand that. And then I must understand what is a plastic, why it is so much important, why it is being, it was a friend in need, a friend in need, now it is being ban plastic, why all those things? You must try to understand the potential. And also you must know how the environment-friendly, sustainable road has been developed because of the plastic one, which is a need of the hour. Today, just now I heard Bombay is experiencing heavy rain. After the rain was over, the roads will have only potholes. We have a road which will not be affected even after heavy rain. No, nothing will happen. No pothole will be there. That is a plastic road, about which I am going to talk today now. So here, creation, understand creation is very important. Creation, as I told you, on one side, plant kingdom,
Sir, sorry.
animal kingdom. Hello?
Sir, sorry, the slide is not moving.
Which is hello?
Yeah, the slide is not moving.
Slide is not moving. Kana? Slide moving. Move control. Are you able to see?
It is the same slide where, you are with the Dr. Kalam and President.
No, still that. No, again, the first slide.
Yeah, because I saw you clicking, but the slide did not move. That's why I said.
I'm just checking. This is all the problem in the world. I'm just checking with my colleague. Please bear the disturbance.
It's okay, sir. No problem. We can wait. I think if your colleague, I can tell if you put it in, friend, if you put it in this presentation mode, it will be easy.
Presentation mode.
Put it in the presentation mode.
My colleague is helping me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it is moving now.
Start moving?
Yeah, it is moving. So you can go. Yes, it is moving. Yes.
Moving.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Next.
It's moving now, huh?
Now, yeah, it is at that the degree of doctors of letter of honoris. It is at that side. Yes, rule of life. Yes.
Moving?
Yes, yes, yes. It is moving.
No more. I could see that.
Yes, yes. It is moving. Thank you.
That's just me for the. அங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணுங்க அங்க ஒர்க் பண்ணுங்க அங்க ஒரு தான் நாங்க வந்து வேஸ்ட் போறேன் திரும்ப அது போடு போடு திரும்ப போடு Is it moving now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.
What you were able to see the
Yes.
publicity award.
Yes, yes, that's right.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, yes.
And yes, the electronic gadget is always giving some tension. That is very important.
Yes, yes.
Whatever technology develop,
Yeah, no
some problem.
We are there. No problem.
Now, this is, as I told you, the media has helped me a lot. Thank you. And then this is, I told you, patent and the award. Now, I told you the life is made up of man, universe, and absolute. Very, very important. Man's role in coordination with the universe, absolute, only makes life more important. So therefore, that is a basic understanding I always make, and that is a message Bhagavad Gita is also. The next, today's presentation, as I told you, I'm going to talk about the importance of plastic and the usefulness of plastic. At the same time, the road. What's the road? 100 years we are making a road, but modification has not been done much. Now here is the road which can withstand 15 years without pothole, without any crack even. That is a technology developed, which have been demonstrated for the past 10 years. More than 2 lakh kilometers India have laid. The border roads are being laid the border roads are being laid with plastic road. But it doesn't come to Bombay. It is not coming to Bangalore. Why it is so? That's what I'm going to discuss in detail also. And as I told you, Yes, some.
It is moving now. It's perfectly okay.
Correct, but on the video, once the slide is missed, don't bother, I'll just proceed. So, as I told you, I want to stress upon the human behavior. See, you are talking about like a circular economy. Circular economy was long discussed about the circular economy by Lord Krishna himself. Devan bhave de devo bhavayantaka parasparam bhavayantaka shreyaka. How circular economy should be? Man should work righteousness. Righteous work by the man gives a better atmosphere. That makes the nature better and provides whatever you want, and the man gets what he needs. But today, greed is more than the need. Therefore, all the problems, the cycle has not been followed. Therefore, the present government, central government, they are now introducing a new scheme, lifestyle for environment. And under the NBC, they are tracking back, they talk about everything is related to everything. Strengthen, restore the nature value. Be evidence to Mother Earth. And everything is important. That is most important. That has been given. Let us try to understand the role of ourselves, how to coordinate the people around and the nature around. And but actually, in reality, it is totally different. We use gas. I just give some example and try to bring out an interesting information. Gas, toothpaste, fuel, water, tire, e-waste, electronic gadgets, concrete, like that. But what is the effect of that? For example, we use gas. You know, what we use Indian gas and we use cooker. The efficiency of cooker is only 50%. 50% of the gas is wasted. And unnecessarily it is converted to carbon dioxide. 1 kg gas gives 3 kgs of carbon dioxide. So pollution is enormously increases and global warming. So for the past 40 years, nobody has even discussed about the structure of a cooker, how it can be modified to improve the efficiency. I have developed a cooker whose efficiency is almost 90%. So that is possible. Why people are not taken either, I don't know. But how much of pollution to create, that is important. So gas, you got to modify the burner, you got to modify the gas, the cooker. That is a car you must take about that, never bother about. Toothpaste and toothbrush. If I ask anybody, sorry, excuse me, if I ask anybody, what is the paste you are using, they will say, what is it? But when I ask another question, why do you use that paste? Nobody answers. It has been, because it has been projected by some cinema star, this TV screen, they are using it. Do you know what it contains? Do you know how much it is harmful to you? Do you know how much it is harmful to the earth? There is one paste, if you use it, 50% calcium carbonate is coming to the earth. When you split, it goes to the water. Water gets hardened. The hardness of water more because of the paste you use. But nobody will. They will come and say, do you have salt in your house? Do you have this paste like that? But actually it creates a problem. Nobody understands. And the toothbrush, 3 months you use and throw away. 80 grams of plastic you are throwing away 3 months, once in 3 months. But there are about 80,000 tons of plastic, that is your brushes alone available on the road today. Can we not modify this? I say the head can be detached. How to do? The stem on the head. The head can be used and then detached, put another new one. You can do this way. The brush can be made like that. You can reduce the pollution to a very great extent and reduce the amount of plastic use also. Therefore, like that, fuel, we are now moving slowly into electrical vehicle, and water everywhere, but no water for drink. That's the actual problem because water storage is not properly done. Water is hard, something like that. Car tires, automobiles going on increasing. You know what is the what? After all, once one of tire is 1% loss of rubber. The new one and the worn-out one is 1% loss. But the tire is simply torn out. What to do that? In 2008, people from Netherlands came to me, sir, we have got 80,000 tons of tires. We don't know how to dispose it. We are burning it. No, I said, each tire contains 18 components. If we burn it, it pollutes that much like anything. We should not do that. And I showed a technique where the condemned tire can be used as a mold for the new tire. I just tried to discuss with people also, but they say it is a secret, trade secret. So people care for the public is very important. Trade secret comes only next. So please think about it. Neither I get going on talking about the other things also. So reality is different. I want to show. Definitely there is a difference in a lot of that. And therefore we go to the next slide. And now see, we have cosmetics, we have drugs, fertilizers, fuels, explosives, paper, textile. These are all the examples of modernity. We say industrial growth. What is cosmetics? See, people say, use this, you will become beautiful. I have asked my students many a time, have anybody used this? Have you ever become beautiful? Nobody. But the tube, the container is plastic, the content is a chemical, produce that plastic. So now people are already moving to Ayurvedic. And fertilizer, if you add 1 kg in a land, only 15 grams to 20 grams is being used. Rest is in the water only. That water is polluted. Therefore, fertilizer, the need of fertilizer. Now we are moving to organic material. So like that, explosives, paper, plastics, all those things we are moving. This is what is called industrialization. But in reality, these are all problems. And let us try. So I just want to give our technology development as it really given anything positive aspect to that. No, does contribute pollution to all the Panchabhuta. Air is polluted, land is polluted, water is polluted, light is polluted, and more than 2,000 birds have lost their life. It's become extinct because they don't know the past because of the light, the electromagnetic wave that comes in the atmosphere. So therefore I say, let us have a change in attitude. That is what. That's why I say, let me talk about the individual first. Let us change the attitude. What is the attitude? Don't say go green. Please say come green. Rain, go away, come again another day. No, please. Let us see, come green. Let us see only green atmosphere everywhere. Let us, that can be the mantra. Let us give Rama mantra, Sri Krishna mantra. Let us say, come green mantra, come green mantra. That is the most important. Second thing is, God never creates waste. There is a beautiful power in Tamil. Nothing is waste. Everything is useful. Rama used even a small piece of grass as a brahmastra. So nothing is waste in the world. So God never created. Man never understands the potential of the material and discard it as a waste. It is only his own understanding. So people have not understood the importance of the plastic, and they say it's a waste plastic. No, I don't say waste plastic. It's a resource plastic, the wonderful material. For understanding, very important. Therefore, unless udharet atmanam na atmanam avasade atme atmadunduhat virburatmana, you can help yourself by improving yourself by helping yourself only. Therefore, help yourself, improve yourself, so that you improve the environment also. So another aspect is you give so much of it, but today there is a Nobel Prize for a peace prize. Yesterday there was Nobel Prize for a chemistry. Like that I see. But my question is, the research is more about appropriate research. What is needed for the common man is very important. India has got 78% villages. What has the reach of the common man? About few years back, a group of people from Madhya Pradesh came to me. Sir, we don't have a missionary method to crush our wheat. We have only hand rotating machine only. We don't have current there. Can you help us? Then I showed them a pulley system where by rotating one time the pulley the grinder will rotate 10 times and improve. This is what we need. And in one of my visits to Delhi, I could see the people are burning the plastic material on the roadside for warming them. I told the people concerned, no, don't use it. And I had developed a new machine where they can help it to warm them and do not pollute them also. But the scientists are not ready to accept it. Therefore, remember what is needed. Let us motivate our younger generation. Appropriate is very important. What is needed for a common man? That is what Swachh Bharat. That is what the government now already comes with the Swachh Bharat. And the institute interaction is important, and economically value is important. That was the way of looking at it. That has made me to come to this level now. And here, see what I have done, the small work which I have done. See, my mantra is not only reuse, reduce, recycle, rethink is very important. Think differently, you will have everything different. You can, I don't say innovation, I say innovation. Innovation, Indian way of doing innovation is called innovation. I say that is my word, I say innovation, because, for example, I want to find out the density of a plastic bead, and that instrument is available. That instrument costs about 8.5 lakhs. On our plastic industry, small scale industry, there are affordability only few lakhs, 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs. How can I get an instrument with 8.5 lakhs to test the density? I had developed an instrument to test the same density with just money of 10 rupees. I use 5 test tubes and with different liquid, and by floating on the material on the different ball and liquid, I am able to find out the density. That is innovation. Therefore, important, that is very important. Today's mantra, reaching, innovation, appropriate, own your ownership. That is very important. How much I can contribute to the society? How much I can do? We have developed some work on the plastic waste, e-waste, flax, rubber, organic waste, solid waste, fuel. I have done work some organic seaweed, using the seaweed. I have made a medicine for diabetes, curing diabetes wound. We have developed that. From the tire, we have developed petroleum developed petroleum has been extracted from the tire head iron. E-waste and expected flux can be converted to a semiconductor. Each one we have found out different uses, and that is how the work is going on here. Now, I come to plastic. Plastic speaks. I want to put the heading as plastic speaks or plastic appeals, because that is very important. Plastic, a friend in need, a friend in need. The teacup which you use may be a plastic. You are all over the domestic vessel, mostly of the plastic. Your chair is plastic. If you go to the villager, he has only plastic bag, plastic chair, plastic mat, plastic cup. So therefore, it is a friend in need daily. Poor man's friend, common man's in need. All your writing pad or computer, everything. Therefore, the computer was only plastic only. And plastic, have I created any problem by myself? What's the problem of plastic? No problem. Is it a poison? To take a plastic? No, nothing. We people throw it in different, indiscriminately in different corners, and that creates only problem. It's a human problem only. You dispose me indiscriminately and face the problem. Why do you blame me? I am ready to serve in any form you want. Therefore, so because of the plastic comes from market, you see your PVC tubing and materials, your wood is. Now I'm going to talk more about that later on. So this, therefore, it is given reduced, increase in packing material, the energy consumption reduced, waste volume of waste reduced, durability increase. Therefore, it is in every way plastic is very good. And using plastic, we should not blame it the plastic also. And I would like to add, please think. Now we say industry. What happened? Growing industries. City, all you see only concrete jungles. I heard New York about 200 years back, 300 years back, New York was a beautiful forest. Now it has become concrete jungle. And then water bodies drained and explosive and exploitation of the natural material. And people from the village move to the city for want of a job, and villages are deserted. And what happened? Solid waste improved. So this is what is going on. Let us think about it. Who is responsible for that? Every point I can discuss in detail. Who is responsible for the industrial growth? What do you mean? Is it a real growth or not? The question to be answered. So therefore, before World War, from Ramayana stage, from Ramayana period to before World War, stable culture. Indian culture was there, stable. Family profession, they had a wonderful profession. There is no employment office. People, there was no employment office. There were stable professionals there. Enriched villages, not much of pollution. Only after 1950, the global warming increased. Almost from 1850 to 1950, almost same temperature maintained. 1950 from industry, once you talk about industry, there is a global warming. After the World War, technology development takes place, industrial centers develop, urban centers develop. And what happened? That demanded more wood, metal, ceramics, adhesives, manpower, material. And what that resulted in deforestation. Or now India has got only 23% what it had once. And loss of cultivable lands, all lands have been now. When I joined the Dara Engineering College in 1975, I was so much enjoying the whole atmosphere because full of cultivable land. Now I don't see any cultivable land, all have become only plots and the houses. So like that everywhere, loss of cultivable land, villages move cities, villages, the beauty of villages lost. Civilization is affected, pollution of water, air, everything takes place. And what happened? God never looks. He has always his own idea, no? Yada yada hi dharmasya klane bhavati bharata abhyuktana madharmasya tadatmanam sujamiham paritranaya sadhuna vinasaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanartham bhavam vigeke. I am here. I will save you. When you do this way, I must come to the rescue of this world. And he introduced plastic. The gift of plastic is by the God. So what is plastic? Plastic is a substitute for wood. Plastic is a substitute for glass. Plastic substitute metal, plastic substitute for anything which you name, adhesive, binder, you name anything, plastic is there. So the wonderful plastic material which has been introduced by, I say it's a gift of God for an appropriate time, so that we let us not disturb the nature to the main extent. But what we are doing is, we are only ultimately we are disturbing one time. Therefore, plastic is a very important material in respect. And what is plastic now? I'm going to talk more about the plastic. See here, your cup, your carry bag, your parcel bag, milk pouch.
देखते हैं तो देखे मैं फोन करके थोड़ी जा रही हूँ
Are you able to hear
अच्छा
me? There is some disturbance.
सर को बोला नहीं
Hello.
था मुझे वही लगा
Lakshmi,
फालतू
put
को
everybody
बोला
on mute.
मैं छोड़
Sorry, sir.
Yes, sir.
No problem.
Sorry.
Okay. So the plastic is being used for every purpose. See, carry cup, or cup, carry bag, parcel cover, milk pouch, film, foams, chocolate cover, chupari cover, biscuit cover. Now everywhere you see plastic, and 58% of the plastic is only packing material. So without, see, our medicine is packed, our food is packed, the life of the food is increased, the life of the medicine is increased, the life of the soap is improved. Therefore, the plastic is a basic material for wonderful packing, and therefore it is very important. And most of the plastic are in polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene, foams only, none of them are multi-layers. See here, ban on plastic, and we talk about single-use plastic. See, carry bags, small wrappers, packing cups, foams, but these are all they call single-use plastic. They contribute only very small percent, and these are all material which our poor man's need also. And for medical waste, we need syringe bag, catheter, chest kit. So plastic is a fundamental material available for well-managed aspect. And you know, if you go to inner detail, littering plastic, urban people 60%, whereas village people only 35%. Population here 33, they are 65. Literate is 80% 20. The 80% literate people contribute more for the pollution. Therefore, where it goes, landfill, temporary boundaries, road corners, industry, disposable. See, anybody comes to my lab, to my room, I always try to give some chocolate to them. See, I always keep chocolate on my table. So anybody comes, I will always give them 2 chocolate immediately. They will ask me, what's that? Or is the birthday to you? No, anybody comes to my room, I must greet with the sweet. I used to give the sweet. I just observe what he does. He will going on talking to me, he'll get the stool, and slowly he remove the paper. I have kept a dustbin on my table, small dustbin, so that he can put. He never uses that bin. He uses my table as a dustbin and keeps the plastic plate on my table or put it below. That is the culture. The culture only creates all the problem. But although plastic can be very well used, no problem. See here, the gift of plastic is, it is most useful material, environmentally friendly, substitute from natural materials, wood to glass material, poor man's need, better packing, domestic apply and industrial technique, and it saves energy, life, fuel. Above all, the sulfur material increase because of the hydrophobic nature of the plastic. Plastic will not absorb moisture. Therefore, food can be kept inside, medicine can be kept inside, cement can be kept inside, or all fertilizer. Otherwise, if they absorb moisture and then the rainy period, what happens? You lose everything. Therefore, so a substitute for plastic is very difficult to find out, I can definitely say. So hydroscopic material, filmy material, such a cheap and fairy material, very difficult. The only big problem they say, plastic is not biodegradable. Why? Why you want to biodegradable? My question is, who decides about biodegradability? God decides. He knows which is to be biodegradable quickly, which is to be late. Your food should be decomposed. I don't deny that. If can you take a stone and export it to biodegradable? A stone, if it undergo what will happen to construction? A granite stone or a brick cannot undergo biodegradation. So you should have a strength that only you can have a construction. Similarly, plastic is not undergoing biodegradation, but the molten plastic. When you heat the plastic, it melts, and the molten plastic becomes a beautiful binder. It gives the strength of the material 10 times stronger than a concrete. So the plastic has got a beautiful use as a binder on molting condition. Now, why do you talk about the biodegradability? Let it be there. Gold is not biodegradable. Diamond is not biodegradable. We use it for different purposes. Let us think differently. You can understand more about that. Therefore, the plastic can be used for road construction. It can be recycled. We can also think about reducing structure different methods only. But plastic by itself is a God gift, very important. And what is happening? Why plastic is banned? Pollution of waste plastic dumps in the river, sea, canal. Do you mean to say plastic itself goes and fills in the river? Goes to the sea and the river and the sea? People are crying, oh, all the sea going filled with the plastic. Every minute, tons and tons of plastic. Who has done it? Who has put it? How it has come? It is you throw it at different corners of the road. When the heavy rain is there, it washes all those things along the river to the sea. And see all those things because of our poor garbage culture only. Not being able to implement the rules by the government and less awareness about the use of the plastic. End of life, let it be good. Recycling can be done. And rat pickers, we must try to know more about the importance of rat picker. And all people now started talking about the microplastic. I will talk about it later. There is no question of microplastic with all the materials you use. Therefore, no problem about that. Therefore, why plastic is banned is, if you take the question, the answer is, it is only we, the human being, because of the poor garbage culture, we create all the problems. And that is to create, see here in the sea, what are the pollutants available? Cigarette butts. Do you mean to say fish are smoking? Cigarette butts, how can it come to the sea? The maximum content is cigarette butt, chocolate cover, carry bag, bottles, all those things, man-made material. But now everything he put it there and then it comes on the shore, hazardous, unhygienic, affect the flow. See, he does everything and then comes and cries like this. And he put material in a plastic bag and put it on the road. Some animal takes it and ultimately animal are taking plastic. Who is responsible? You are the people who have put it there. You would have cleaned it and put it in a dustbin. Animal will not come and take it. So let us try to understand. We are responsible. For example, the producers produce the plastic material. It may be plastic cover or a toothpaste. Market it and forget it. He never bothers what happened to the material. We, the consumers, use it. We don't know what to do. Put it on corner. No garbage culture. The government is trying to collect it and dump it. Don't know what to do. So everything they collect and then in 2050, India will be a dump yard. Because nobody understands, either the manufacturer or the consumer or everybody has to take. Now, it's not a question of banning, it's a garbage culture. If you could say when COVID comes, there was an important condition. Everybody must wear a mouthwash. And everybody followed it because of fear of life. And plastic also, you must try to implement certain rules. You will definitely solve the problem. Plastic ban is not necessary. Plan is more important. See here, whatever way the plastic available, I can classify it 3 types. Film plastics, solid plastic. Film plastic mostly can be used for road as a filler. Or the solid plastic can be used as a recycling material. All plastic can be used, no problem at all. So, as it is, no extra energy. I will explain you how it is being used. So, plastic as it is a very useful material, never respect. See here, what are the products you have developed? Beautiful road. 15 years, you want the road is 15 years old. No pothole, no crack. And boulders, plastone boulders, which you can use on the seashore to prevent erosion. And what is the distance we need to use? All the sea throughout the world we can use it. What amount of plastic required? Unlimited plastic I require. So there is no problem with plastic. And the toilet, which is I have shown there. I use one plastone. We construct the toilet. Each toilet consumes half a ton of plastic. Our government is planning to construct 2 crores of toilet, and we need 1 crore ton of plastic. India has got only 22 lakh tons. 1 crore ton plastic India need for toilet alone. Then comes your paver blocks. On both sides of the road, you have the paver block. And that is also we have developed. I will show some of the examples here when I discuss some further about that. So plastic is the most important one. And first I am going to talk about the plastic tar road. So here I use only waste plastic. and the waste plastic. So you can see, are you able to see this example, the samples I'm showing? The plastic films cut into 2 mm to 4 mm, municipal waste cut into 2 mm 4 mm, and the chocolate waste cut into 2 mm to 4 mm. What is that? Shampoo material, 2 mm, all those materials can be cut into 2 mm 4 mm, and you can use you can use the road for construction. Actually, in road construction, for example, I give an idea before we go to detail. If I construct 1 kilometer road, single lane, 3.75 width, 1 kilometer length, I need the normal road needs 10 tons of bitumen. Now in the plastic road, we need only 9 tons of bitumen and 1 ton of plastic. Therefore, we save bitumen 1 ton, we use 1 ton of plastic. 1 ton of plastic means 10 lakhs carry bag I use in only 1 kilometer single day. That is the greatest development. The process, cost-wise less, solid waste, once the plastic removed, municipal solid becomes a manure and gives a lot of job opportunities. And the materials which you use, I have just already told about your plastic covers, or biscuit covers, or teacups, etc. And normally the decomposition temperature goes beyond 250 degrees. The decomposed temperature goes beyond 250 degrees. The softening temperature only 140 to 150 degrees. But during softening, there is no gas at all. It only becomes a molten liquid, which has a binding property. Therefore, a very stable material, only if you go beyond 700 degrees, it can produce carbon dioxide. So during that, my technology here, see here, what I do, you take the aggregate, you can see the aggregate. What I mean by aggregate is, you can see here, I show the aggregate here. The aggregate is taken and the aggregate is heated to 140 to 150 degrees and add this plastic. The plastic, or the moment it touches the surface, it melts and coats and beautifully coated over the material and compact it, and you get the plastone. You can see on my hand the plastone block. You see, this contains only plastic and stone, and this is hot press, and this can withstand 300 tons load, and an elephant can walk, nothing will happen, and 10 times stronger than concrete. Wonderful structural material. This shows the binding property of the bitumen. Binding property of the plastic. I use only plastic and stone. So strong. So we have varieties. I have used very many materials. I'll show more about it later. And so when you give the coating of the plastic with the on the stone, there are certain improvement take place because you are the management association. Maybe the engineers also may be there. The stone will have a lot of porosity at the surface. And the pores is there. If water stays in the pore, then the soundness will be created. Automatically it will create crackness. Whereas when you coat the plastic with the plastic, the pores are filled with the plastic and it improves the quality of the stone. From a gray stone becomes a black stone. No problem at all. And the plastic, whatever plastic, all plastic films can be used. The maximum thickness is 100 micron. It can be monolayer or multiple layer, no problem. What I need is collect, dry it, cut it, give it. Collect it, dry it, cut it, give it. Drying and cutting more important. So I don't know, even they cut some dust, no problem, because I'm going to use only for the road. And collect all the plastic waste material. Put it on the hot sun, you can dry it. And then put it in the cutting machine, 2 mm to 4 mm, the size is need, as I already showed you, the size of the material, 2 mm, 4 mm, and just put it, because when you put this on the stone, it comes and touches, the moment touches is melt, it takes like that. So, no, therefore, no cleaning required, only cutting, and all types of plastic can be used, remember that. And the process for which I got the Padma Shri, for which I got the patent, is very simple process. Take the aggregate 170 degree, heat it to 170 degree. That is the coding, that is the temperature prescribed by Indian Road Congress, 170 degree. To that hot stone, you add the plastic. The moment you add the plastic, it gets coated beautifully. And it just takes 30 seconds only. coating the plastic over the stone, just 30 seconds. You coat it, and the moment you coat it, you can add the bitumen over that. The bitumen should be 160 degree. You should not be more than 160 degree. Now, in fact, I would like to share one small experience. When I came to Bombay, when I came to Bombay municipality, best, and tried to raid plastic road, I was invited to give a lecture there. And normally I used to be always earlier for the meeting. I was a bit earlier before the chief engineers came. I was there. I was in the office room, and the engineer who was there, so what for you come? I told me, sir, I'm going to talk about the plastic road. Who asked you to come? The question he asked me, he's an assistant engineer there. He asked me, who asked you to come? Why do you people come and confuse it? We know how to lay the road. I said, I just asked him how you are laying the road. I said, we know, we take the stone, we add the bitumen, we add some kerosene, make it visible, and put it in the road. Finish. So what will be the life? That's why I told you, don't come here. You will ask such a silly question. That was the question asked. Then the chief engineers came. I showed the whole technology there, and 8 chief engineers were there. They saw the whole look, and they were so happy. And we laid the road on the Prabhavati Street in 2003. We laid the road at Bombay Prabhavati Street. Even today, last year I was there. The Bombay municipality was there. The engineer was talking. Sir, even today the road is good. Even after the heavy rain experience, the road is good. That is a specialty of the plastic road. So take the stone, heat it 170 degrees, add the shredded plastic over that. 30 seconds, gets coated. Now add the bitumen. Bitumen should be 160. If it is more than 160, the road is spoiled. It will get, you will get a pothole, everything. And then you lay the road. So what is the specialty of that? Normally, normal road is you take the stone, add bitumen, and the bending of the bitumen only takes place. Now, when water stagnation takes place, water penetrates between the stone and the bitumen is filled off. With the result, the stone is removed. When the heavy vehicle moves, stone comes out and particles is formed. All because of water penetration between the stone and the bitumen. Now, there's been done a plastic road. Take the stone, coat it plastic and bitumen. The plastic acts as a beautiful binder between the stone and the bitumen. And plastic is a polymer molecule, a chain-like molecule. And this on one side holds the stone, other side mixed with the bitumen, and then thereby give a strong bonding. The Marshall's ability value normally, this is, you can see on my hand, I had a brick material, which this is the test for Marshall's ability. If you apply load for this, if it withstand 1000 kg, it is good for road. But plastic coated material can withstand 2500 kg. That means the road strength is double. Not only particle is not formed, the road strength is also double. That speaks about the marshallability value. And here I can use polyethylene, polypropylene, polystyrene. I can use monolayer, multi-layer, etc. And the multi-layer is a better value. If it is, this comes about 2300, multi-layer comes 2500. Remember, for your multi-layer, what I mean is your chocolate paper, biscuit paper, aluminum coated, all those varieties of materials, there is no recycling technique available for that. Remember that for the multi-layer process, there is no recycling possible. Whereas it can very well use for road laying, and road laying improves the quality of the road much, much better. So this is a technique I show. Yeah, you just dry it and then collect it and shed it in the shedding machine 2 mm to 4 mm, and you have a mini hot mix plant, and the stone is heated 170 degree, and you can test it with the ultraviolet UV thermometer, and quantitative plastic is added over the stone, and it gets coated within 30 seconds, 1 man extra. In fact, I would like to add here one interesting information. I was laying a road in Meghalaya, and I didn't go to Meghalaya. I was in Madurai, and Meghalaya chief executive officer was discussing with me, and from here I was giving instruction, and they were able to lay the road there. And one night, 11 o'clock, they laid the road, and he called me, and then so I'm ready to give the instruction. Fortunately, the mission operator was a Tamilian, so I could talk to him in Tamil and told him how to lay the road, and he did it. and the road was so beautiful. The officer, chief executive officer, referred my name to the Prime Minister's office. I was immediately invited and I was given a project, subsequently Tech Icon Award, everything. That one man who could understand the worker, because of him only, all those things happen. So just take the stone, hot stone, 170 degree, add the plastic over that, coating in just 30 seconds. And the vitamin C here, the vitamin is added. And the moment is added, you can just lay the road. And this road, in fact, my first experience on laying the road, I was laying the road, now they were south, now something like beyond Tirunelveli, I was laying the road in a village. And after laying the road, within 1 hour, had a very heavy rain. I thought everything passed away. But after the 1 hour rain, I saw the road. It was beautiful. That gave me the happiest moment for me. Nothing happened to the road. That is the specialty of the plastic tar road. And it can be laid by mini hot mix plant, on central mixing plant. Any two methods you can use. Nowadays, people now use only central mixing plant, not mini action plant. Central mixing plant, how to do, we can give direction, we can give training to them also. Effectively, it can be done. And this has been tested. We have a lot of interaction with the IRC, Indian Road Congress, some Central Pollution Control Board. People it was difficult for them to accept me. There are 2 points. I'm a chemistry person talking about the civil engineering. They don't understand. Only engineers should talk, they say. But I can develop what I can do. I can develop on the whole techno. But the Pollution Control Board was fully supporting me. I went to Delhi and showed them about everything. They said, the CRRI said, we will come and test it. I said, all right, I'm open, you can come and test it. And they told me to come, they will come in 2008. Now we are in 2022. Till today, they have not come. But in the meantime, we have tested the road and we have found all the parameters of the road were skid resistant, sand feature, and roughness, beguilement, all those things. Even after 5 years, 10 years, maintained beautifully well. No deterioration has taken place. So plastic road technically also it is supported very well. And now it has been coated. See, this is a summary of some of the work that has been done in the plastic road. The temperature 170 and shedding temperature, shedding size is 2 mm to 4 mm. Plastic thickness, maximum 100 micron can go. Type of plastic, mono, multi-layer, where films, foams, cups can be used, no problem. And type of vitamin, temperature 160 don't exist. They go beyond that. And you can use any new technology. And we have laid the road in Trivandrum, we have laid the road in Meghalaya, we have road in Kathmandu, we have laid road in border roads, we have laid in Kodaikanal, we have laid in Ooty, all varieties of cold region, hilly region, forest region, rainy places. And the roads are performing very well. In the meantime, I was invited to United States Philadelphia University, and they were asking, actually, after hearing it, they said, our roads are spoiled because of the winter season. During the winter, only snow deposited. And after the snow melts, the road gets spoiled. And I have developed a technology for cold region also. At 0 degree, you can lay the road, no problem. And by laying the road, you don't have pothole, you don't have any toxic gas, and no microplastic, because the plastic is mixed with the bitumen, never comes out, and no microplastic also. Above all, now I was about 15 or 30 days back, I was called by one of the engineers from Pune, and they were talking about the pothole. I gave a new technique because I have modified the technique to some extent so that suits the people concerned. Because the first question they ask is how much it costs. Then they say how much plastic is available. Everything, plastic is available, plenty, no problem. Now what I now say is, you coat the plastic and make it itself raw material available in the store. Collect the quarry material, coat it, and make it available in stores. You can have a different percentage coated plastic stones available. Plastic coated aggregate can be ready-made made available. Whenever you want to rate, take it and then bitumen 160, mix it and load the road. No problem. Almost successful structure. And especially in pothole filling. Today, as I told you, the news from the news is pothole should be removed all potholes will be removed. The very simple technique. I take the same. Your stone is coated plastic coated stone is taken, and you can prepare it any corner, any quarry center. You can prepare that. Bring it and fill on the pothole. Pour the bitumen 160 degree and roll it. Finish. It will come for another 5 to 6 years, no problem. So this second process which I have developed for the benefit of the people, because contractors say plastic is not available. I cannot coat. No, it is heavily raining. How can I coat? Now say no. You can in a closed room. You can coat it and then keep it ready and bring it to the point of place where you want to fill the material. And put it, and bitumen can be heated anywhere, and you heat it 160, and then add it, you can mix it, and pothole filling can be done, and effectively be done. The problem is also, so the plastic road by itself will not give pothole. If there is a pothole made by other technique, you can also use the plastic road mixture for overcoming the plastic road, the pothole problem. So you see here, you can see on one side the pothole, the national highway, if the highways that's come, and after 6 months of laying, whereas the other side you see the plastic road. I laid the road in 2004. You can visit even today. You can come to Madurai and see the road. It looks the same way. No change in there. Therefore, strength of the road increase. Pothole, no pothole. Withstand heavy load. Decrease bitumen consumption. We are able to reduce 10% bitumen consumption. What that means? As I told you, 1 kilometer road needs 10 tons bitumen. Now we need only 9 ton bitumen or 1 ton of plastic. 1 ton of bitumen costs about 65,000 rupees. You save 65,000 rupees and use only plastic waste. And 15 years, no maintenance. India spends nearly 5,000 crores of rupees for yearly maintenance. For 15 years, no maintenance is available. That's also saving. So bitumen is saved and the cost is saved. And maintenance cost also is reduced. No maintenance cost also. So construction cost less, value addition plastic. Originally, waste plastic was not available. Now it costs just 30 rupees per kg. In Pune, it is 22 rupees. In Kerala, Trivandrum, it is 21 rupees. This now value addition been given, and no effect of UV radiation, life of road, double cost is less. Therefore, plastic road gains all the impact. And you can use multi-layer films, no new machinery, everything existing technology. The first road I laid in Jamshedpur, they even today they say the road is working very well. No industry involvement. You need not granulate the plastic. You only cut it to small. You use only films, and you don't modify the bitumen. You may only coat the plastic over the stone. And in situ process, eco-friendly process. Only stone is modified. Scraps can be used. Another interesting information. Already plastic road is bituminous road is there. If that's there, you can use a JCP, scrap the top layer and collect it. Normally what they do is, this is done, taken and dumped in some corner, wastely. No, don't waste it. You can take that half, 50% plastic coated stone, mix these two, 50% scrap, 50% plastic coated bituminous material, mix these two, lay the road. This road again is equally good, and the road height is increased, and that is very important aspect. Otherwise, in many places, road height increase, the houses become low, water enters the houses. So here, no rise in the earth, and the quality of the road maintained. 50% cost is reduced, bitumen is saved. So scraps can be very well used, value addition to waste plastic, no need of landfilling incineration, no room. Even when I was there about a few years back in Bombay, people said our waste goes to Pune, beyond Pune. Now no place available. So in situ technique is more and more important in that respect. Now, India has got about 46 lakh kilometers road, 46 lakh kilometers multi-lane road. To convert them into plastic road, I need a minimum of 2,250 lakh tons of plastic. Remember, the very important data I'm trying to give, 250 lakhs of plastic, waste plastic is required for Indian road to be converted. What is available is only 22 lakhs. Available is only 22 lakhs. What I need for Indian road? 250 lakhs tons of plastic. So what is the problem with the plastic? No problem. Use it and use more plastic. Give it to me. You get a better road. And the roads are traveling, even for travel is better. Therefore, this technology, even for rural, if you think about rural road, there are about 25 lakhs kilometers of rural road. Even for that, you can use sufficiently this one and make the road much, much better. Therefore, not to ban, but to plan is very, very important in the process. So, and I had a great chance of talking to Prime Minister Narendra Modi during 2015. I told him, sir, this is the process. I was happy to say, that Vasudevan, I know about it. I will implement it. I talked to him on October 2nd. November 9th, I got the communication from him. This is a community see. The highways have been instructed to lay plastic road. Such a fast method the government is doing. Why we are not able to do it? Where is the problem? The government is very positive. Where is the problem? I leave it to the people or the management people to think about it, where the problem is. Therefore, no problem. And in 2020, we can read the speech, the budget speech, you can say 80,000 crores have been allotted to plastic road for rural plastic road. So government is always participating, and the pattern is available, the coding is available, roads quality is wonderful. What prevents them people laying the plastic road? We have pothole. And for the past 15 days, you see regular features in the TV because of the pothole. More fatal accident taking place either in the Bangalore or Bombay. Why all this is happening when there is a technology available where there is no pothole formation? And this is another product which I developed. It's called the plastone. As I told you, you can see the plastone from you can see are able to see the plastone? I hope someone is able to see the plastone. I have the plastone here. This is plastone. This is 1 foot by 1 foot. And this contains only plastic and stone, nothing else. No sand, no water, no bitumen, no cement, no adhesive. And only plastic and stone. And this is mixed in a particular percentage, mixed and compacted. You get a tiles, you can have hollow bricks, you can paver block, anything you want, whatever you name it. I can get into all those things, convert use only waste plastic and stone only. And I can use granite stone, I can use ceramic stone, I can use limestone, I can use concrete base also can use. You can see here, this is what I'm having in my hand. It's a ceramic material using, you can see it here, this is ceramic material. And this is using a concrete waste I have developed. And this is PVC waste of the filler I have developed. So these are all different varieties of plastone which have been developed. Wonderful material, structural material. See, the plastone, using plastone, we have developed your toilet. It just 12,000 rupees it costs. It just 2 hours I can construct it. And if you don't want it, I can remove it and take it to some other place also. Portable material available. I can use other solid waste here also, like limestone, lime powder, fly ash, many other material I can use as a filler here. Therefore, plastone makes a revolution. In fact, the central government is asking me, why not we use this for small house construction? So they are asking the technology about that. They are now reacting. Therefore, the plastone can be used for pathway blocks, paver blocks, water canal lining. We can give that. And compound walls, lawns, bricks, hollow bricks, and shock resistant bricks. So this can withstand a bullet. No. That's so strong it is. And railway sleepers. My ultimate aim is the railway sleepers should be converted only by this. Instead of concrete, they must use this plastone. And your speed breakers and surface modified decorated blocks. Tabletop. One of the very important big company in Bangalore, the Kwani company, they are interested in making it for that. They are using granite. Instead, they want to use this. They call it synthetic granite. This is equivalent in strength with respect to granite, much better, cheaper also, and it costs only 1/3 of granite cost. But certainly it's a good quality. Or again, not only you can use it for road, for paver block on both sides. You can use it for the drainage. You can use this one like that. You can use wonderful material.
तो नहीं खाना, दो बात खत्म कर.
Hello.
Mute.
Some disturbance is coming.
Lakshmi, can you please mute? Sorry,
the plastone is a wonderful material. Plus, we also use other techniques. We have developed not only plastone and road, we have developed polymer modified bitumen, which can use a 0 degree lay. We can We have developed roofing material.
Lakshmi, you have muted Professor also.
Sir, can you please unmute yourself? I've sent you an unmute option.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Are you able to hear?
Yes, sir. Now we can hear.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So we can use the scrap, we have developed modified bitumen, polymer modified bitumen, we have material, and then we have a corrosion resistant rod, iron rod. I give a coating of the plastic and give a heat treatment. At the surface, cementate is formed and corrosion resistance take place. I use only waste plastic. And the flex we use, when I put in the hot atmosphere, it becomes a beautiful semiconductor. So the plastic in every form I can convert into some form or other, use a wonderful material. Wow. Kana? Slide is not moving?
It is not moving now.
I'm not moving.
Yes, now moving. Yeah, now
Yes.
moving.
Yes, yes, now moving. Beautiful. Circular economy is very simple. Collect, manufacture, supply. People collect it and separate garbage culture is there, and vendors can again get back the plastic by paying 1 or 2% reduction in the price. Manufacturer I can even relate one interesting is one of the very big company in India, Hindustan Liver. They came and met me. Sir, this is a wonderful process. You are interested. I said, you are the manufacturing of thousands of materials using plastic container. I request you, whenever they return the container separately, you reduce or 10 paise or 20 paise, give some price. You can get back all the material and you can reuse it. Your idea is very good, sir. I will get the president of the company. He said, still, years have gone. Nobody has come this way. That is something different. So, but very easily we can manage the whole plastic by our garbage culture. And today, the importance of plastic has come differently. God showed two important aspects. One, plastic is important. Second, man's weakness. What happened during the COVID time? The industries are closed, transport is stopped, and we, the people, have been house arrested. These are the three aspects which created pollution. Industrial pollution is there, vehicle pollution is there. All the operators only, we, the human being, who have been put in house arrest. Therefore, and that results in reduction in the pollution also. And in the period, what do you use to provide to protect yourself from the material? Plastic material, plastic gown, plastic mask, plastic everything. So the importance of plastic comes differently again. So God shows the importance of plastic on one side and man's weakness. So at least let us try to understand. Otherwise, God has to come out in different form to put it in the right direction. So polymer material, therefore I say rethink, garbage culture, proper collection, segregation if necessary from the waste, reuse, ownership. But at the same time, you have a lot of scope for modification. We use normally toxic material as a plasticizer. In a polymer material, plasticizer is toxic. Let us try to change the concept, use a non-plastic material. We are using multi-layer flavor. For example, chocolate, the multi-layer. You can have multi-packets. You can put in an aluminum packet, and that can be in a polyethylene packet, that can be put in a polyester packet, which where the printing is possible. So you can remove the packet separately and then recycle it. So we can do, as I told you, the brush can be modified, biodecomposed material can be developed, lot of scopes for different types of the research also possible. Even about 1 hour back, one chief engineer from Gujarat wanted me to join in the R&D development. There is a possibility, no problem at all. And see, one simple property, binding property of plastic has given plastic tar road for cold region, rainy region places, forest region, cold places. So again, an experience when I laid a road in Kodaikanal, the rainy place where the forest, the rainwater drips from the trees continuously, even if the rain stops, rainwater drips from the tree, and that affects the road very much. But plastic road is not affected even by the dripping. So wonderful way, the runaway road for runaways, we are looking at it. Plastic stones can be used for tiles, tabletop, hollow blocks, sewer blocks, rail slip, and so on. So that plastic can be used for road, and of course, it has given some credit to me also. So plastic, before plastic, it is useful for poor man's need. After that, it is used for road, no problem. If I am able to buy the pot of demand, full of pot of demand. I don't want to disturb, because that there is a beautiful slide which has been prepared, a video program. The baby will run and then try to collect on plastic bag and put it in the dustbin, and you will enjoy it happening. This is the only thing which you need to do. I don't want to disturb, because some problem here and there comes. I don't want to create any problem anymore. Anyhow, very important slide that way. And I would like to add some, the management people should try to know. Now the government talk about using 120 micron and 80 micron, so on. We were using 20 micron and 10 micron. When you use 10 micron, when you go 10 micron to 120 micron, 12 times intake takes place, plastic consumption. If you use 20 micron to 120, 6 times increase in the plastic consumption. You want to reduce on one side, another side you are increase. And then when the thickness increases, automatic decomposition also decreases. And when for road making, it is better if your thickness is lower. And therefore, when you have a 10 micron, 20 micron carry bag, that suffice the need of the people for carrying either food or anything, whatever they want. And it can be very easily disposed properly and be converted into road, no problem. Therefore, think, is it necessary to go to thicker material? No need, according to me. We need not go to thicker material. Even 20 micron sufficient in that respect. And you are now talking about alternate for plastic. Can you go for jute? Can you go for paper? Can you go for cloth? Can you go for glass? Aluminum? No. None of them equal to plastic. See, your jute, paper, cloth are all hydrophilic. They absorb moisture. If you keep cement, sugar, fertilizer, medicine in that, it gets spoiled. Therefore, you can have only plastic. Glass and aluminum very costly. Plastic is very cheap. So that's why it is been thrown away. But use and throw is only because of the cost. So therefore, to find out alternatives is a very, very difficult problem. There is a lot of limitation because of the availability, high cost, limitation, hygiene aspect of everything. Therefore, until the intelligence comes, until the God shows an alternative plastic. Therefore, let us use plastic genuinely in the right use way, so that you don't have any problem at all. And still, we can certain suggestions I can give. Proper garbage culture is important. Segregation shows very important. Infrastructure for collection also to be done. And voluntary reduction can be done. And the rag pickers should be organized. They are the people who serve the society very greatly. Their service has not been properly recognized. Let them try to identify them and then give them identity card, or they can give them salary and use them properly to collect the plastic properly, so that it can be effectively used for road construction or any other product. Therefore, very important. At the same time, you can think about alternate also. So, very important. Therefore, domestic people should understand awareness. Why I spend so much of time with you is only to create some sort of awareness. Awareness, collection of waste, double bin system like that. Please let us pass on the information to the people concerned. Very difficult. People, even today, some people come and sit above, just before me. Plastic is bad, sir. They come and tell the same message to me. I feel so angry. See, come and save the plastic. So when I give so much importance to plastic, what do you say that? Understanding is not there. Proper awareness not been created. Industry, because already CSR, NIPI are there. And industry should have a responsibility. They are the plastic manufacturers. They are the many people who are benefited by the plastic. Is it not the responsibility of the society? They must do payback system, collect back, and then try to help us. So they must do that. And government is already started different methods other than the banning. They are also having rules and regulations. They must have a strong hand to implement. If you don't wear a helmet, you will be fined 1,000 rupees. Similarly, if you put plastic on the road, you will find that 1,000 rupees. Put that way, you will be successful in eliminating these types of problems. So, with this, so I started this work in 2002 with a small kitchenware. Remember that? That is why just kitchenware. I roasted it, and our chief minister Jayalalitha, the late Jayalalitha, saw that. What is that you are roasting? This how do you call it? Grounded. I said, no, this soul. I showed her. She was so happy. She implemented technology immediately in 2004, 1,000 kilometers later in Tamil Nadu. Today, my lab is worth about 3 crores. Thanks to DSC, they give a lot of grant and other things. It's wonderful. And I have a lot of consultancy with very many companies, top of companies are going on. Yes, going on with the Madura course, Honeywell, etc. And some of the interesting aspect I put on auto driver, I put on the backside of the auto. Don't put plastic on road. Use plastic for road. Finished. But I spend hours together to cry like anything. Whereas he put a simple term. Don't put plastic on road. Use it for road. That's a beautiful technique. When an auto driver can understand, why not our chief engineers can understand about this? Please think about it. And there are very many interesting information there. One village wala came all the way from his village to my. Sir, I want to appreciate you, sir. You have done something useful to the society. Like that, that is the social recognition is very important. Many, I can talk more about that also. And today, the central government has recognized my lab as a lab for environmental information center. And we are conducting courses for solid waste maintenance. We are training unemployed graduates and give them course, and then we create employment for them also. We give the students project work. So this is also that way we do a lot of research the process. And I was offered $300 million by state. They want to purchase my patent by paying $300 million. I went to my guru, told him, my guru said, no, it is for God. God has given you for the society, for the public. This is not for you. Immediately I told them, I don't want the money. I'm giving to the technology to my country freely. Till today, the technology is given to the country freely. So I was invited to Indonesia. So many things are there. And at the same time, there are many interesting informations are also there. God gives only sincerity, the word of the faith in God takes you beyond limitation. He gives certain tests in between also. And that's what I put, nothing is space. Lord Krishna has got a flute on his hand and the feather at his crown. The flute is only a small tube, wooden tube, which is a waste. But by putting 9 holes in that, when he plays, everybody becomes different. And that gives a beautiful message. What is that 9 holes? It only represents we, the people. We have 9 holes in the body. When we become the tool of Lord Krishna, and we become very useful to society. So think about that. Nothing is waste. Let us not be a waste. Let us be a tool in the hands of the Lord. So Nimitta Matram Bhava. Krishna says, Arjuna, you are Nimitta Matram Bhava. I can take everything done. Let us be Nimitta Matram Bhava to the Lord. And we will try to use and serve and sacrifice. We will serve by sacrifice. We will definitely reach. And the feather, the peacock feather, doesn't have any value. But when it reaches the crown, automatically it is beautiful. They will give similarly. Anyway, when it's given proper place, it has gained wonderful value. Plastic has been a proper place in the road. So road becomes more important. Plastic also becomes very, very important. So God blessing plastic. Man's creation was plastic. Due to carelessness, caredlessness. His carelessness and he cared less about the environment. Man's exploitation of nature affected the environment. World faces the problem. Can we escape? No. God's creation cannot be away. Don't try to escape from the problem. Solutions are more. Think differently. You can enlighten yourself. Very important. See here a funny the cartoon. The man writes ban plastic. His brush is plastic. His paint is plastic. The board is plastic. The stool is plastic. He wears a polyester dress and sits on a plastic stool. Everything plastic, and he writes plastic ban. This is the reality. We people live Today I got a beautiful article come of is it successful? Man is successful. The beautiful article has come, I read, and the people, the vendors say, they go, to whom you can ask them, the vendor. So they say, I'm not able to use alternate. Alternates are very costly. This is, I can get minimum profit one day by using plastic. Therefore, ban plastic is not the goal. Let us try to plan plastic and try to use it effectively. So let us have a chance God gives. Change is ourselves. God gives a chance to change, to be Indian, by Indian, and by Indian. So to be like that, God gives a chance. Let us work together to make India great and to make the India great in the world also. So as I told you, this is the auto rickshaws message. Don't put the waste on road, but put it using our road. And that is my guru, my colleague Tyaraj Chetia. In 1957, he was just traveling in a car, and the railway crossed. There was stop, and he immediately turned back. Said, "Why not you start an engineering college?" He started in 1957. Now it is more than 65 years old. More than 20,000 engineers are now throughout the world. One man's right thought has made a great change in the world. 20,000 engineers from NASA to all places. So let us all work like that. Let us have a positive thinking. We can make the world different. And Mother Meenakshi is always there, who can grace all right thinking to do. Therefore, I say, Brahma created plastic. Shiva had to show the decomposition. The meantime, Vishnu showed me, come on, use it for road, use it for structural material. So that's how we develop. And many people have come in the formation of helping me. And I conclude my talk with a small message. Life is beautiful. Make it useful. Life is a chain of action and reaction. Life is as you see, as you perceive. Life is service to sacrifice. Life is a process of evolution. So that is a Gita message. Let us work together in the field wherever you are, whatever you are. Take the positive message. Make it to the betterment of the life, betterment of the people, betterment of the poor people. That's a message I would like to share with you people. And thank you very much for giving a long time, for a patient hearing, especially my thanks to Ajay Sharma also. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And you can unshare your screen. Sir, your colleague can unshare the screen. Somebody can unshare the screen?
No, I'm unshare. 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 See,
Yes.
screen unshare.
Screen unsharing.
I'm just thanks.
Yeah.
My colleague is helping. Just a minute, I'm just coming there. Please.
Sir, thank you very much for a wonderful, insightful, and a very passionate presentation. I will say that, you know, the way with the passion with which you have presented, this is an inspiration to me and to all the people who are present in this program and all the people who will be seeing this program even after we upload it on our YouTube channel, sir. And that is one thing. Second, I had read about plastic roads many years back, that plastic roads are being laid in Tamil Nadu. And I am really honored to meet the man behind the technology and the initiative which you have taken. So thank you very much for enlightening us with the technology and the kind of initiative which you have taken and the way it has gone far and wide in the country, and even abroad also people have approached you. So thank you very much for a wonderful session. Now I will request people if they have any question, because I saw somebody raising hand in between. I am sure people would like to take the questions.
Please.
you can unmute and ask. So I have a personal question that if, I mean, that is the benefit which we see in these roads and in the usage of waste plastic. Why the government initiative is not taking to take it to a very high level where whole plastic is converted into this kind of useful material?
Wonderful question, but everybody asks this question. The answer is very simple. The contractor came to me and said, "Sir, you have spoiled my life. Why? I used to lay the road once in 2 years, but you say your road is 15 years. What happened to my income? I'm not able to do good." The ministers came to me. The minister said, "Sir, your roads are good, but we live only on the road money. Therefore, we can't cut it." So, this is purely political and bureaucrat's problem only, nothing else. I can put it to the problem of, because so well, when I came to Pune and gave a lecture to the border security force, I implemented it immediately. Now they are going, I'm an expert included in the list, and that is the army. Whereas we, the people, the problem is only our corruption. I don't want to use the word corruption here. So the road, actually the correct word is in Tamil they say, the Brahmin fellow has come and spoiled all our technology, all our income. That is not the way. I say, same quotation, same thing, use it to but the only life is better. You are laying only one so far, our highway is in 1 kilometer, whereas we have 1 lakh kilometers, whereas you have 45 lakh kilometers. You can use all your technology, all the places. Why you only want going the same thing and relaying? But it's not, road is not a problem. Again, the problem, as I told you, plastic problem is man, the road problem is also man. Have I answered your question?
Yes, you have answered. And I will repeat once again if there are some questions. I think you have explained it so well, and with practical applicability of that, I'm sure people are amazed to see this kind of presentation.
They can send questions in my email also, I can answer.
Yes.
No?
Yes. So we are coming to the end of the session. I thank you for sparing time for Bombay Management Association, sir. And I thank the participants for taking out time. And I'm sure this has been a very enlightening session for everybody. I thank the BMA staff for being very effective in coordinating and making the session a success. And sir, just to share with you, you were saying about Lakshmi in the morning, in the beginning of the session. Today, Lakshmi is moving ahead in her life, and today is her last day in Bombay Management Association. But you still see that at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock in the evening, she is still in the session. So that is the kind of commitment which our people have.
I really appreciate her. She is constantly reminding me. The morning also I called her. I am going to remind you. This is why. So that is the sincerity and involvement. That's wonderful.
We really appreciate her contribution to Bombay Management Association, and also wish her all the best in her future endeavors. And maybe we
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words.
The roads in sometime in our life. So thank you very much, everybody, and hope to see you in Namaskar, sir, in next session as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. May I leave?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.